I'm sitting actually here in Maroma down in Mexico, okay? And this is a beautiful location. You can see behind me palm trees, the whole nine. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous area. Now, I will say this, okay? When I came down, never did I think in a million years, when I come off the plane, get down here, the first people I run into happen to be from Kansas City. I actually, OP, Overland Park, yep, in particular. And this guy, big guy right here, who was I'm recruiting him to be a new left tackle, okay? Just gave everything working with Josh Simmons and Jalen Moore, all right? To be seeing my brother's hat. And I think you see my hat as well, right? Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so it's just, I said, hey, man, Kansas City, pointed it out. I'm just like, yeah, Kansas City, there we go. So I asked the gentleman, I said, are you guys from Kansas City? And they said, we're from Overland Park. So OP. I said, y'all got to be Chiefs fans. He said, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah. So immediately I'll go over and say, hi, I'm Jason Dunn. And so we standing there in a moment, kind of like embracing each other, looking at one another like long lost family at that moment, right? You know, this and what we brought down here was part of that Chiefs kingdom down here to Mexico. And look, we travel everywhere. Okay, we travel everywhere. So right now, what I want to introduce you to, all right, is two gentlemen that I've met, the greatest, and their families here. I have some family standing back here off the scenes who, you know, they said we're gonna let the gentleman have it tonight, I guess. All right, this right here is Mark, okay, and his son Andrew. All right, so gentlemen, please introduce yourself. So Mark, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, you know, you're from OP, but go ahead, sir.
Well, we're 30 years OP. Grew up in Nebraska, went to the University of Nebraska. And I had to admit to Jason yesterday that I was so starstruck when I met him that when he said Eric Warfield was part of this at that times, I completely blanked. Being a Husker, understanding that who Eric was.
Right.
So
yeah.
It took me a minute to kind of get there and go, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So it's been fun being in Kansas City. Growing up in Omaha, I was probably more of a Vikings fan as a kid.
Okay.
Purple People Eaters, Tarkington.
Of course. That was.
They couldn't win, but they were fun to watch.
Yes, they were, for sure.
And then, of course, you move to Kansas City, and it is the same culture in Kansas City with Chiefs Kingdom as we have with Huskers, I feel.
Okay.
The stadium is amazing. It has a very college feel.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are great fans, and just absolutely enjoyed watching them over the years.
Okay. So what I did yesterday, I actually called Warfield, and I said, hey, look, Eric, listen, we got one of the biggest Huskers fans down here right now. And I had to say, I want you to talk to him. He seen me, and then all of a sudden he started talking about you. He forgot all about me, and he just wanted to hear from you. So Eric got on the phone, talked to him for a couple of minutes. It was a great conversation.
Well, that 94 to 97 was a pretty good college football.
It was okay.
That was a pretty good team.
Yeah, that's Eric. I said, did y'all win some championships? He said, of course. You know,
maybe a couple.
Yeah. So it was a good time. So of course, talking to Eric a little bit right here, but also when we were sitting there talking to Andrew, and look, like I said before, when I saw him walking, in my mind, okay, he didn't know this, but I'm having this conversation in my mind. I'm sitting there thinking, like, this guy played for somebody, right? You know, football players kind of know we got a type of disposition, how we walk. You know, Andrew being probably 6'5", 6'6", every bit of it. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, this guy right here plays some football. So I'm looking at him. Like I said, I've been recruiting him right now. So, Chiefs, you might need somebody here. I got my guy right here, Andrew, man. So, Andrew, man, tell me a little bit about yourself, you know, maybe a little bit of your Chief history, fandom, and all those different things, if you will.
Yeah. So, Andrew, about 28 years old, been a Chiefs fan all my life. Didn't necessarily start getting interested in the Chiefs until about the time that Alex Smith came into town.
Okay.
Which then obviously led into the Patrick Mahomes era, and been absolutely spoiled. Obviously, in the past, we've seen all of the great years, but sadly, I did not get to witness that early 2000s team a little bit too A little bit too young for those
Right.
those years, but wish that I got to see more of it. But glad that we have the team that we do now.
Yeah.
And excited to see what we always do.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, and I think, you know, from those years in the past where you've seen those ball during that time, Dick Vermeil, obviously Marty before then, Gunther Cunningham, who brought me in at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I still talk to a lot of guys. Matter of fact, I just actually sent a tweet to the guys, our 2003 team. And it was when we played up there in Lambeau Field. We played Lambeau Field, you know, eke one out. But of course, it was in fashion. We were always winning games at that time, you know, toward the end and whatnot. That 2003 team, I just had to say, we probably should have won the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. We're the best team in NFL. Nobody can tell me any different. I think teams will tell you the same thing right now. So what we're going to do right now, gentlemen, we're going to just kind of have a fun time, right? Talking guys are talking, right? I'm like, you know, I got my little, mojito, you know, out here, you know, I don't drink a lot of bit, but I'm out here in paradise. So I decided, you know, when you're in Rome, do what Romans do, right? Is that the old saying go, right? Something like that. Like, yeah. So I'm gonna have me a little mojito. We're gonna talk a little football right now. So, real question. So, what do you think the Chiefs are gonna do this year? Okay, and why?
I think it all hinges on Patrick's ankle, staying healthy and protecting him. I gotta say, 3 losses unexpected. We're gonna win we're gonna lose 3 that we don't expect to lose.
Okay.
It just seems to happen.
Yeah.
And we're gonna win the ones that we're not expected to win. But of course, I think we're expected to win them all these days.
We are. I think trying to go undefeated in the NFL is obviously a hard thing to do.
It's an
but I do agree.
hard thing.
Yes, it is. But I do agree with you. I do believe that there's going to be some games that we may, you know, give up or say, hey, okay, you know, they got it this game, right? Matter of fact, I think I have our record going 14-3 actually this year. The 3 losses I have is going to Ravens. Okay, now don't hold me to this. I'm not saying I like the Ravens fan. Ravens, I think the Broncos, and I think also too the Commanders will be a hard game. You know, with the young gunslinger back there, and he's going to do a great job with us. But I do believe those might be the 3 losses that we might incur. But obviously, at the very end of all of it, when it's all said and done, we're going to win the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
So I do believe that. Andrew, I know you did say something about you had a friend, right, that you had a bet with.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Tell us all about it, brother. Tell us all about it.
You know, sometimes it's interesting now that the Patriots dynasty has ended and the Chiefs dynasty has kind of started. A lot of people like to start hating on us and not believing.
Isn't it?
It is.
It's a lot of fun.
It's not bad.
Right. Yeah.
But
good thing to have.
I might have a delusional friend that thinks we're going to go under 500 this season. Might have told him that he is on something that I wish I could find.
Yeah,
but,
right. Yeah.
I told him that you know that is not going to happen. 14-3, I think that'd be a very successful season. I know that you guys are going to be discussing it a little bit later, but the AFC West has continued to get a lot stronger over the last couple years.
Yes.
Continued to add talent, smart coaches, and will pose problems for us. But I truly believe that our core is still so strong and so talented that we will be able to overcome that.
Okay. I definitely agree with you. We know the AFC West is stacked. It's stacked with a lot of talent. Everybody's kind of read up to actually challenge the Chiefs. What they've done is they have loaded the entire division with championship coaches. That's what they've done, right? You know, Harbaugh's out there with the Chargers. Then we got Sean Payton with Denver. And now Pete Carroll is out there with the Vegas right now. So, you know, you watched the football over the years. What do you think about that?
You know, for me, a lot of it comes down to management. How do teams play as one?
Okay. Yes.
And every coach you just mentioned that they just brought in seems to have had a talent of getting their teams to play cohesively and together. And, you know, that's one thing that I felt that as a manager of people that I've seen that Mr. Reed has done
Yes.
is
yes.
he has these people all on the same page, all playing together. I think one of the things Patrick has done is he seems to be very good at keeping everybody together.
Right,
and
right.
with Kelsey and some of the other guys, just when everybody's bought in, a team plays above itself every time.
Absolutely. And it takes the right guy, the right leader,
takes the right leader
to galvanize everybody to do it the right way, right?
And we saw the response from the AFC West a couple years ago, right after the first couple years of Patrick and that explosive offense. Everyone decided that they were going to get that explosive offense as well.
Right.
You know, Devontae to the Raiders as just a prime example. And it didn't work out for them because they decided to just go with offensive weapons instead of a full team, whereas now a lot of these teams are starting to draft a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
I was quite upset when the Chargers took Joe Alt. I was hoping that they'd make a less smart choice there. And then all of these head coaches that have a lot of experience underneath their belt, a lot of championship caliber and strong teams. But
yeah.
Well, and early on, one of the teams that I started to fall in love with being a Husker, of course, watching Osborne, was the late Schottenheimer, early Dick Vermeil, as you said.
Yes.
There seemed to be, Trent Green seemed to be just a great guy.
Yes.
Super talented, underrated in every way.
Yeah.
But just always there for his guys. And you guys, watching all you guys at that time was when I really started to get more and more invested in the Chiefs.
Okay.
We moved down in late, 98, 94, 95, 96, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Right at the time that, Eric and
Yeah.
the fellas were doing their thing, getting it done.
Yeah.
But it was also fun to watch the progression of the Chiefs as we moved down here into that kind of realm of just guys that seemed to really like each other, seemed to play for each other, and a coach that really seemed to enjoy being a player's coach.
Well, I think it's what it is. It's a culture. It's an environment. And what they've done, they've established that a long time ago. Obviously, the Lamar Hunt was an incredible guy that knew his players. He knew their families, and he made sure that what they were going to be, we were going to be unified. We were going to be a family. It was all about what the Chiefs were going to give back to the community and what they meant to everybody else. And so it wasn't just, hey, guys, we're just playing football here. Everybody's not invested in it. We're coming here. The reason I got there is because it was really kind of this whole atmosphere that you felt the love, you felt the teamwork, the relationships, the rapport that they were putting and building in. And this continue today. We just seen that happen with Andy and Veach and those guys put the work in to get those things right. So
and we feel it as fans. I mean, I don't know if everybody does.
Yes.
But that's something that I really feel and watch for and watch how it manages on the field. And I've always been interested in that. And as a as a fan, I felt it.
Yes. Well,
I think others felt it.
Well, you have a different perspective than maybe Andrew does, right? Because Andrew, like you said, you kind of 2017, you got fully invested in everything. Alex Smith, incredible player, incredible quarterback. Love Alex.
Yeah.
And so when you start seeing a lot of the wins, and of course, people kind of getting past the whole
wins
era.
Does cures a lot of ills.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so the ones that I hate saying suffered back then. I really hate saying that, but when we watch kind of bad football, we were very patient until this era came about. I'll say it this way, right? It's a little bit better way of saying it. We're sitting over here and we're just kind of enjoying how the process has been, really bearing itself out, And so for you, like your dad was saying, he's seen it all kind of accumulate to this area right now. But for you, 2017, what you've known is you just been watching the Chiefs just steamroll through everybody.
Now, I used to watch the era before then as well. Okay. I mean, I was thinking about it when Dad mentioned Trent Green again. I do vividly remember that game against Cincinnati, I believe it was, when he had his his injury.
Oh, okay.
And that was one of the first Chief memories that I have going into the Jamal Charles, Dwayne Bowe era as well. But obviously, I wasn't as invested as then.
Right.
And it honestly probably started with the early 2010s Royals teams that started getting me into those sports a little bit more, investing more into the team itself.
Okay.
Whereas then you see a lot of that same trajectory with this current team that we have. Players loving each other. The vibes are always up. People are taking deals for the team, helping each other out, making sure that we can put something together that could be something special for many years.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. So what we're going to do right now, if y'all like to ask a question, Marcus, if you'd like to come out here, ask a question to these gentlemen. They would love to answer anything you'd like to ask them. And so I seen Buck and Bob say, they're jealous right now because we're sitting down here in Mexico, and everybody's watching us right here on the beach, me having my mojito. I think, Andrew, you got maybe a nice little, old fashioned, right? Hey, you got to have old fashioned, a nice bourbon, right? You got to have that, okay? So
normally I'd have an old fashioned, but I got a little nervous. I'm not going to tell you.
It's all right.
I'm not going to lie.
Hey, you're doing a great job, brother.
That's
doing
why
a great job, right?
That's why I have it.
Oh, yeah. I got you. So, Marcus, come on in here, man. Let me ask these gentlemen a question or two, okay?
Yeah. You guys doing a great job. Everyone in the chat is obviously jealous of where you guys are. The palm trees in the background. It's an amazing shot you guys have there, and also too, just
hold on, Marcus. Let me say hi to everybody out here on the chat. I'm sorry. When I usually see your names up here, I name who everybody is. I'm glad y'all joined us tonight. We got some star-studded men that's out here right now talking about this thing at this moment. I just want to say hi to you all. Go ahead, Marcus, my brother. Keep it going.
Yeah. Nana Sherry's asking a question here. So, Nana, these are fans of the Chiefs that JD met on vacation, if you're just hopping in right here. So I got some questions for you guys. You guys doing a great job so far. So obviously we're getting into this 2025 season, and a lot of people have opinions on who's going to be the more underrated player, under the radar player that no one's really talking about right now. Who do you think? You guys kind of hinted at, the protecting Patrick Mahomes and whatnot, but who is your the player that you're going to be watching for this year, kind of the more underrated or under the radar player that people really aren't talking about going into this 2025 season?
Yeah, I think obviously it might be a little bit fitting with who we're sitting with here. But a name that I'm absolutely loving and loved last season and every year that he's been with us so far is Noah Gray as well. I think he's been doing a fantastic job. You can see that Patrick on important downs is looking for him. He's becoming more involved in the offense and doing a fantastic job for Travis, letting him get a little bit extra rest.
That's right.
Not having to carry all of that weight that he has in the past, and kind of freeing up some more space for some of our speedier guys that are very excited to watch them play as well.
Well, I tend to be kind of a game day picker on that.
Okay. Nice.
So as we see the first game or two, that's when all of a sudden I usually hone in on somebody. So just to tell you right now, I honestly can't tell you until I kind of see a couple games.
Honest man. I love it. Honest man. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of the same way. There's so many great players out there that I'm rooting for everybody. But
absolutely,
my horse that day, I'm waiting for Chris Jones to really do his thing, right? Or maybe Travis, or the young speedster, obviously on the outside.
Just pass it through. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, Charles? How you doing?
Good, man.
Good, man.
Yeah. I just passed it through, Marcus. Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you, man.
I thought it was somebody coming out the deep end. I was like, oh my God.
Blanchard.
Came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. So as you see, Marcus, both great answers on that. I do believe with this year, there's going to be a lot of excitement. I don't think it's just be one guy. I think it's going to be obviously a collaboration of great football by several players each and every week. And I think it's what people are not really ready for. And I'm actually excited that everybody is kind of sleeping on us, right? Everybody's better than the Chiefs, and everybody's gotten better. So, well, okay, then we'll deal with it when it comes to it, right? So
that's fair. Kind of a more fun question since you guys are on vacation. So obviously Mahomes, Kelsey, and Reed, the great trio. But if you guys had to choose, who would be the best vacation buddy between Mahomes, Kelsey, and Andy Reid?
Oh, it's Big Reed every single day. I mean, you see us on the camera. We're obviously not small guys. We need Big Reed right there with us too,
right.
having some burgers, wearing the Hawaiian shirt. He's got to be matching with us, so it's got to be the head coach.
Oh yeah. So, who do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm watching Travis and Jason on the golf course, and especially just recently.
Yeah,
it'd be fun to drink beer with him. It's just, I think it'd be fun to play volleyball, pool volleyball, and drink beer with him.
Oh, with Trav?
Yeah.
You probably get a package with him and his brother too. Jason will probably be telling around as well. So I think that's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Would not mind meeting Jason Kelsey.
Oh no.
Or Travis.
So,
I
man,
feel bad for Patrick. None of us picked Patrick.
I think Patrick is more. He just had some more kids.
Just a
He
family
don't have time
man.
to. He don't have time to hang out with the guys. Right.
Yeah.
He'll
So it's
I think
we're just leaving you to be a dad, Patrick.
Yeah,
I think with both Patrick and Travis, I'd be a little bit too starstruck. I think Andy, I would absolutely be starstruck as well, but I think quickly we'd be able to get comfortable with him, and I think he'd be able to match the vibes quite a bit.
Well, I'll tell you this, okay, and I tell everybody this also. Guys that play in the NFL, we're just people just like you all are. Okay, and sometimes it's all about how you come up, respect, and talk to us. Trav will have a beer with you. You put around you like, how you doing? Pat and those guys would do the same thing as well. So they probably wouldn't want you to be starstruck. They want you to be, hey man, relax a little bit, right?
Well, and the other thing with Trav is, I mean, I grew up in Omaha, 311. Got to fight for your right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 311 is an Omaha band. So.
Oh, well said. Listen, I'll say this, man. Listen, I thank you all for coming out here, man, and talking to me. So we're going to do another thing on Wednesday as well. All right. So if y'all don't know, I'm going to be here till next Saturday. So Wednesday, we're having another show. I'm going to have some more guests on to come out here, come talk Chiefs. I know the chat is rolling right now with people kind of coming in, but this right here is part of Chiefs Kingdom. This is what this is. And like I said, traveling well, seeing people who love the Chiefs, meeting great people from Overland Park, Kansas City. This is what, for me as a player, is one thing I always loved about that area. I always loved the fans. I always loved the area. It's just good home people. And I just love it, So I appreciate it so much, Mark,
for
coming out.
Blast.
Yeah,
thank
definitely, you. Man. Thank you so much. And Andrew, thank you, brother.
And
thank
your
you for
family.
having us.
Your family's been absolutely wonderful to talk to.
Well, thank you.
And just
I was
volleyball 4:00 tomorrow. Yeah,
I was
playing
looking for you.
volleyball in the
I was
main
looking for you.
Yeah.
I need someone to match me up at the net.
There we go.
Got to get a little competition.
That's right. So we're gonna do it. So Mark, man, I appreciate it so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight. We're gonna finish up this conversation, talk about AFC West a little bit more with the fans and whatnot. And please send me y'all stuff out here. Obviously during the season, I'm gonna have to get you all's numbers. I don't know if y'all go to the games or not, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of tailgating and stuff out there, talking to some of the fans, getting together. When I come out, man, we gotta have dinner or something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, come out to OP. A lot of guys live out that way. Would love to, break bread.
Well, I think you know a little bit about barbecue, so might have to go find some.
I can tell you,
that sounds good.
the best steaks in Kansas City come off my cast iron skillets.
There it is. You heard it here first. There it is. Okay. Well, good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to keep this thing rolling.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody, Chief Concerns, remember, all right, Mark and Andrew. Okay. So easy, Mark Andrews. All right. That's the
There
way
you
to
go.
look at it. Okay. Mark
Number
and
3
Andrew.
tight end in the league.
That's right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.